progreso, honor, respects. This is your host, Sancista Brujo Luis. So I am doing a trabajo for a client. A trabajo, it's actually for her whole family. This person is being under attack with malicious gossip. The whole family is being under attack. And so she asked if I can do a trabajo for her and her family. So I'm going to be using 4 white pulled out candles because I'm going to prepare and dress these for the client. Okay, for each member of the family, there are 4 members of the family. And for the people that are gossiping, I'm going to use these black ones, which are very, you can find these in Hispanic markets or botanicas. They're really easy because they're good to dress, they're good to prepare on the outside, and then you just put them in. As simple as that. So that is what I'm going to be using today for this trabajo for my client. Now, what I like about the pull-out candles is they're easy to dress. You could add your oils to the candles. You could add your powders. You can inscribe on the candle, and it goes right into the glass. Always, always, always make sure that you wash your glass. You want to make sure that, before you use the trabajo or you start your trabajo, that the glass, other people may have touched it, so you don't want their vibration on it. So I like to make sure I pull out the candle. I cleanse the candles myself, but I also clean the glass is what I'm trying to tell you. So I do that for every single candle. Another thing that I like to do is I like to clean the candles themselves. So I take some holy water. If you don't, I use Catholic holy water. If you don't use Catholic holy water, you can mix, witches or pagans, they mix water with salt. And what I like to do is just cleanse, the candle. And so what I do is I do it for every single one. I want to make sure, you never know who touched it, so you want to make sure that you clean the candle itself, removing anything that maybe somebody might have touched it. You don't want that on your candles. You want this candle's vibration to go exactly for your client. So I clean every single one, one by one, making sure that I remove anything that if anybody touched them, that is off the candle. So now that my candles are clean and washed, I'm going to show you how I'm going to dress each candle. For the white ones, all right, for the white pull-out candles, I'm going to use 2 products. I'm going to use alumbre or alum. I'm going to use powder, and what I'm going to do is sprinkle it on the candle, all right? It's just for protection, and I'm going to use cascarilla, okay? Cascarilla is ritual chalk, and this is good for protection, for purification, all right? So I'm going to use cascarilla. It gets all over the place, all right? So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to use 3 oils for my white candle. I'm going to use 7 Potencia Africana, 7 African Power Oil, right? I'm going to use High John the Conqueror so that they can conquer their enemies. Okay, 7 Potencia is for just general protection. High John the Conqueror oil is to conquer your enemies or anyone that is trying to hurt you. And I'm going to use Palo Santo oil, and Palo Santo oil is for protection or for purification as well. For my black candle, para el velo negro, all right, I'm going to use 4 powders, and I don't have them with me, but I have, all you need is just a little bit, okay? You don't need a lot. So what I'm going to use is a little bit of cemetery dirt, tierra de cementerio, all right? Some people make this mixing it, or cemetery dust, which could be patchouli mixed in with dirt from a cemetery or just dirt from the cemetery. This is patchouli mixed in with dirt from a cemetery. I'm going to use asatafidea. Asatafidea is also known as devil's dung, and is good for breaking hexes, for removing gossip, for removing harmful energies, people that you don't want in your life, all right? I don't have the other 2, but I'm also going to use black salt, and I'm going to use black salt and hot foot powder. okay, for the black candles. And I'm going to use 2 oils. I'm going to use let me start with banishing. I want to banish this gossip. I want to banish this negative energy that these enemies are throwing on my clients. So I want to banish any negative energy, any bochinche, chisme, gossip, all right? Anything that might hurt my clients. I'm going to use this banishing oil, and I'm going to use Congo oil. Congo oil, Congo spirit oil. We want a spirit that's very strong, very protective. So I'm going to be using Congo oil. You can use any oil that you want, but I'm going to use the Congo oil, and that's what I'm going to use for the black candles. So now I'm going to inscribe on my white candles. What I like this, if you can't get the pull-out candles, don't worry about it. What you want to do is you want to get a piece of paper and glue, write down the name of the person on the piece of paper. You can actually write it on the glass if you want, or you can write it on a piece of paper and glue it to your candle. No big deal if you can't find these candles. All right, but what I'm going to do for each of the 4 candles is I'm going to inscribe. I can't find I moved, all right? So everything's still in boxes. So what I'm going to do for each of the candles, I'm going to inscribe the name of the person that I want protection. And I want to start from the top of the candle, going all the way down the candle. So I'm going to do it like 3 times. So for each person, and I'm not going to say the name, and I'm just gonna scribble whatever because I don't want people to pretend that, make up any names. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna carve in the name. Of course, it's gonna make a mess, so you want a plate, because when you're carving the candle, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get some wax, and it's gonna fall all over the place. So you wanna make sure you pick it up on the plate, all right? Because it's gonna get everywhere. So just sit here and concentrate on, most of the magic that you're doing is concentration. So you want to visualize your client the best that you can. And for each person, you just want to say a prayer or a blessing and quietly carve their name. Ask the client to make sure that they give you their name, their full name of date of birth. If you want, you can also put their birth date. Symbols of their birth sign. If they're Gemini, if they're Leo, you want to inscribe that symbol there. Whatever information you want to inscribe into the candle or carve into the candle, making sure that you gather all that the wax that's going to come off onto your plate. I'm making this too long, ain't I? All right, so now that I inscribed each of the white candles, remember I started with the name on top. I inscribed it all the way going down, and I did it 3 times, okay? 3 is a very powerful number, okay? So you want each of those candles, you want to do it 3 times, the person's name. The black candle is going to be a little bit different. What we're going to do with the black candle is we're going to write the name of each. In this case, there are 2 individuals, okay? So you want to write the name of the person causing the damage, causing the damage. You want to write it 3 times going horizontal. So 1, 2, and 3, and 3 times going, I guess, horizontal, diagonal, or vertical, sorry about that. So you're gonna carve, again, you got your plate, because you wanna pick up all that, and you want to inscribe. We're gonna start with 1 person, and again, you're gonna do this 3 times, okay? Making sure you get 3 times going horizontal, 1, 2, 3, and vertical, okay? Okay, that's what you're going to do with the black candles. That is because you want to cross these people that are causing you harm or damage. So now that I have my candles carved, I'm going to oil each of my candles. The white ones, okay, you want blessings, you want positivity. So you want to add the oils going up the shaft of the candle. So I've got 3 oils, and you want it to go up the shaft of the candle. The black candle, okay, using 2 oils, and you want to go down the shaft of the candle. Did I just say sorry about that. So you're going to add the 3 oils one by one up the base of the candle, the white one. Bring positivity. So you're going to put the oils up the base of the candle. The black candles, we're using the 2 oils, you're going to go down the base. You want, you know, up is to bring higher vibrations. Down the base is to bring down lower vibrations. You want those lower vibrations down. I am messing up. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna keep this in the video. Okay, up, down. All right. Bring, remove. As simple as that. So I'm gonna do all the white candles first, and I'm gonna start with just the 7 African Powrrs. You just want a little bit of the oil in your hands. I'm just gonna put it like that. It's a little too much. You don't want too much. And again, I said you want it up the base of the candle, and you're gonna do this to each of your white candles. I started with the 7 African Powrrs. Now I'm gonna add some. I'm making too much. I'm using too much. You don't need this much oil. All right. So this is what happens when a brujo does videos live. All right. All you need is a few drops. All right. And you're going to do this to each and every single one of your candles. Palo Santo. And I'm going to put it. So I got 3 oils on my white candles. All right. Before you start, make sure you do all your white candles. Make sure you have towels or napkins, because you want to clean your hands before you start the black candles. All right, you don't want these positive oils on the black candles. You can wash your hands if you want to, or just use that oil and put it in your tattoo if you want to. Also, I want to state that when you oil the candles, do not put them yet. I'm not going to put them yet into the glass, because I'm going to put my powders, each of my powders or stuff that I'm going to put in each candle. So I'm just going to set my candles aside. I have my white candle set. So now I'm going to work with my black candle. Okay, and I'm going to use the Banishing oil and the Congo oil. And like I said earlier, I'm going to, not as much as the other one, because I was putting too much oil. All right, so now I'm going to go down the shaft, the base of the candle. Right. So I'm going to do that to both of my candles, okay? Down the base, because I want to remove any negative energy. And I'm not going to put it into the glass yet, because now I'm going to put the powders. I'm going to wash my hands because I got a lot of oil. Just put them all over my skin. So now I'm going to powder my candles. The white ones, I'm going to use cascarilla, all right? And this gets all over the place. So again, for purification, and you just wanna, you can break it in if you want, just a little bit. I don't know if you can see that, all right? And you just wanna go up the candle, okay? See, it gets all over the place. All right, brujeria is never a clean thing to do. Now this is an alumbre crystal, alum. I don't want that. What I want is, I want to powder it down. So you can use a mortar and pestle, and you can mash it down. Just sprinkle a little bit of the alumbre on top of your white candle. Okay, making sure that after you finish this, it's going to be very oily, so you want to always, all right, so you want to always make sure that you're cleaning your hands in between. Okay, so now that I'm done all my white candles, I'm keeping them to the side. Now I'm going to work with my 2 black candles. Remember, I'm using asatafidia, which is devil's dung, for protection. I'm using hot foot powder and black salt. And I'm just going to start with cemetery dust or graveyard dirt. And I'm just going to take a little bit, okay? And I'm going to sprinkle it on the candle, like so, okay? And you want to get that, all your powders onto the the black candle. So this is a messy job, All right, and you're gonna get it everywhere, so make sure you have that plate, and you want to cover, you don't want too much, just a little bit of sprinkle. Okay, and then you got all, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna put some acetathidia, devil's dung. I'm gonna put a couple of sprinkles of cemetery, no, I'm sorry, not cemetery dirt, hot foot powder and black salt to each one of my candles. And that is for my enemies, or not for my enemies, for my clients' enemies, the people who are gossiping against my clients. Okay. So now I'm outside because I don't like to smoke tobacco within the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add tobacco smoke into, and I like to take the lid part into my mouth. Latinos will do that. I'm going to place the candle in. I'm going to do the same thing to the black one. All right. Lid part in my mouth. Okay, and now I added the element of air. So now you see that I have a wooden pentacle. Now, this is me. This is just the way I'm going to use it. I also have a glass pentacle that I'm going to place right here in the center. And I have a glass of water. The water will absorb any negative energies. You want to see if the water, after the work, you want to see if it absorbs any burbujas, bubbles. Okay, so now carefully, I'm going to place the white candles in the 4 cardinal points. So we're going to start on the north. Okay, and we're going to do the opposite on the south. Okay, then we're going to go, I'm going to go to the, actually, yeah, I'll go to the east. And I have to change my hand. Okay. If you don't have a pentacle, of course, you can draw your own pentacle. And I'm going to go to the west, all the 4 elements. They are within the circle of protection. I want to make sure that my client is protected. Now, the negative energies of the enemies are going to be outside of that pentacle. And I'm going to leave these. And I'm going to pray over them, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I want to show you that. So here is the trabajo, and I'm going to definitely leave it until these candles go out. These candles actually last a long time. Sometimes they last the full 7 days and 9 days. You can use whatever prayers you want. I did a video on Psalms. So you can use Psalms if you want to, or any magical prayers that you want. It's up to you. I'm just going to use Psalms, and I'll probably write down which Psalms I'm going to choose. So I'm going to leave this undisturbed for my client. Make sure that, you know, they're blessed. You can see that they're inside the protective circle. The negative enemies are away, okay? These, when they are done, I'm going to throw these in a cemetery, okay? And then you could just discard these normally, but these you want in a cemetery. Now, I did a video on the magical uses of the Psalms. If you have not checked that out, there's 2 videos that I did. I'll leave those links down below. Go check those out. and just write down, you know, whatever Psalms you want to use in your magical working or your spiritual working, or you can use any invocation or prayer that you use. If you're using a saint, you can use a saint. If you're using a Loa, if you're using a deity, a divinity, Saint Michael, whatever it is that you're using, you can use for that. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is Sansista Brujo Luis, and I'll see you next time. All right. Ciao.